Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 128, Arthur and the Fights of the Brown Turntable. Every day at approximately noon on the island of Sodor, several engines gather at the brown turntable in the yard. Although the engines vary from day to day, one thing always stays the same. Arthur is always there. He started this many years ago, and to this very day he has always been at the brown turntable at exactly noon. The engines at the brown turntable discuss a variety of subjects. Today they were talking about coal and oil. The coal lot has been bad lately, said Oliver. Agreed, said Arthur. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like whenever my fireman puts a fresh scoop into my fire, my smoke turns kind of a grayish. Same here, said Fergus. Hey, Derek, how's the oil? The oil's just fine, said Derek proudly. Although, sometimes you get the occasional bad barrel. Nothing's wrong with it. The oil, luckily, is drilled right here on Sodor, sir. So, well, it's good. That's nice to hear, said Oliver. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. And Oliver was right. Spencer puffed up. The engines did not like Spencer, and Spencer did not like the engines. What's going on here? Said Spencer. Nothing, said Arthur. Just go away, Spencer. No, said Arthur. I want to know what's going on here. Nothing, said Oliver. Just mind your own business. Well, this is the yard. The yard is my business, therefore whatever you're talking about is my business. No, it's not, said Fergus. Spencer, go away. I don't want to go away. Go back to your shed, said Derek. We don't need you here. I've been sitting in my shed all day, said Spencer, and I want to get out and stretch my wheels. How about you go pull a train for once, said Oliver. And Oliver was right. Ever since Spencer had helped the Diesels take over Sodor, Sir Topham Hatt nor the Duke had trusted him. So Spencer just went around Sodor teasing the engines because he had no work to do at all. Oliver was right, said Fergus. Go out and pull a train. I hope it's dirty. Huh, said Spencer. Whatever you say. Anyway, what's he doing here? There's nothing wrong with having Derek here, said Arthur. Yes, there is, said Spencer. Spencer did not like the Diesels at all, and the Diesels did not like Spencer. Spencer, said Derek, I don't know what you have against me, but please go away. We're trying to talk here. Talk about what? Said Spencer. Coal, said Oliver crossly, and oil, too. Huh, said Spencer. You want to hear about the coal I get? I presume it's from the mainland, said Arthur. You are correct, said Spencer proudly. It's hybrid coal. What's hybrid coal? Said Fergus, very confused. I don't know, said Spencer, but it costs a lot and the Duke pays for it, so, well, I don't care. You should care about the coal that goes into your fire, said Oliver. Well, I don't, said Spencer. Now just deal with it. Anyway, I'm soon to be off. I hope you all won't miss me. Oh, we won't miss you at all, said Arthur crossly. You guys really don't want me here, said Spencer. We don't, said Fergus. Spencer, you're annoying. Just, please, don't take this personally, but go away. Go play on the main line or something. Maybe Gordon will run over you by accident. This made Spencer cross. What's wrong with me hanging out here? There's nothing wrong, said Oliver, but everything you say is mean or offensive. Please, go away. Spencer was cross. Fine, he said. You engines have fun here at the brown turntable discussing about your lousy coal and dirty oil. And with that, Spencer puffed away. I don't know what his problem is, said Arthur. We were trying to be nice. Yeah, said Oliver. Spencer just needs to lighten up. Make some friends. I doubt he has friends, said Fergus. You're probably right on that one, said Derek. He doesn't have any friends. The Diesels don't like him. The steam engines don't like him. Maybe Bluebell and her calf maybe like him. I don't know, said Arthur. But this needs to stop. Spencer needs to get some friends or else. Just get a job for once. Agreed, said Fergus. Farther down the line, Spencer was cross. The engines don't like me, he said. I don't know what the deal is. And they won't let me even participate in their discussion. I'll see to it that I get to participate in their discussion. There's nothing that Spencer of the island of Sodor can't do, and with that, he puffed away. Later that day, Fergus and Arthur were helping out at the airfield. Arthur had a puzzled look on his face, and Fergus, being a good friend, wanted to figure out what was the matter. What's wrong, Arthur? Asked Fergus. I don't know, said Arthur. Well, there has to be something wrong, said Fergus. Arthur laughed. I know that, said Arthur. It's just, well, I almost feel bad for not letting Spencer participate in our discussion at the brown turntable. I understand, said Fergus, but you have to understand, Spencer's not the nicest engine to hang around. I don't like hanging around him either, said Arthur, but I feel almost bad. I mean, if he wants to participate, he should be able to. I know, said Fergus, but he has nothing nice to say. I don't want to listen to him criticize us on everything. I mean, it's just coal and oil. He shouldn't have a intake on that. You're right, said Arthur. Thanks, Fergus. I guess, well, if Spencer comes by again, I don't know what I'll do. Just tell him no, said Fergus. Arthur, sometimes you just have to be plain and simple. You're right, said Arthur. I need to learn to be blunt. Exactly, said Fergus. Anyway, Arthur, I have to be off. It's been nice talking to you. Same, said Arthur. Let's continue this discussion at the brown turntable tomorrow. I don't know, said Fergus. I might have to help out the quarry, but if I'm free, I'll be sure to come by. The discussions we have there are very riveting. Indeed, said Arthur. Goodbye, Fergus. Goodbye, said Fergus, and with that he was away. Arthur sat there for a moment. He said, I hope Fergus is right. I don't want to be mean to Arthur, but I don't want to be mean to Spencer, but at the same time, I don't really like Spencer. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And Arthur puffed away too. Farther down the line, Spencer had heard everything. Oh, he said, the Injuns really don't like me after all. I don't know what I've done to make them so up. Oh, well, I've kind of put that on myself. But anyway, this isn't fair. This isn't right. I should be able to participate in the discussions at the brown turntable. I have just the idea. Ooh. Let's just say that the discussion tomorrow may come to an explosive ending, and Spencer puffed away to carry out his plan. The next day, the Injuns gathered at the brown turntable once again. Where's Fergus? Asked Oliver. He had to work at the quarry today, sadly, said Arthur, but don't worry, he'll be back tomorrow. Actually, we have some new members. I see that, said Oliver. Welcome, Whiff. Hi, said Whiff. And there's Hank over here, too. Hi, said Hank. Have you ever been to a discussion at the brown turntable here? Nope, said Hank. This is my first one. I've heard it from several Injuns. It sounds interesting. It is very interesting, said Arthur. Whiff, have you ever been to one? I think I came to one a few years ago when it was just getting started, but I don't remember it. Anyway, what are we going to discuss today? Well, first, said Derek, let's talk about what these two things are doing here. Two things, said Arthur. Yeah, this oil tanker and this tar tanker, said Derek. They're just sitting here. Did anybody put them there? No, said Oliver. I was the first one here, and that's how they were. I thought somebody was going to come pick them up, but I guess not. Agreed, said Whiff. I suspect Billy. Whiff laughed. Arthur laughed. He said, You suspect Billy? Yes, of doing this. He probably wants to play a trick on us or something. All right, said Derek. Anyway, does anybody know where these go? I don't, said Hank sadly. Oh, that's all right, said Derek. I'm just going to take him away if that's all right. I can barely see Hank over these tankers. That's all right, said Oliver. We'll wait for you. Thanks, said Derek, and with that he was coupled up to the tankers. Farther up the line, Spencer was coming around the corner with a fuel tanker. He said, my plan is going to be brilliant. It's going to set the island of Sodor on fire. Hopefully not literally. I do like the forest of Sodor. But anyway, let's put this show on the road. With that, Spencer gave this tanker a gentle bump. It rolled around the corner and through Gordon's Hill and began to roll down the line. Derek was about to take the tankers away when Molly arrived. Hi guys, said Molly. Hey, there are my tankers. These are yours, said Derek. Well, they're not mine, said Molly. I didn't put them there, but they're for a train I have this afternoon. Oh, said Whiff. Well, that solves the problem here. Said Molly. I wonder who could have put them here. I suspect Billy. Whiff laughed. So do I, he said. Anyway, said Derek, let's get these tankers out of the way so we can start a discussion. Agreed, said Oliver. Derek was backing away when Whiff saw something in the distance. It was bright yellow when it was coming at them fast. He said. Wonder what that could be. It's not a cargo car. The only yellow engine on Sodor is Molly, and she's right here. It's not Byron on a flatbed either. Oh dear. Oh my. Guys, clear the turntable, quick. What's happening, Arthur? There's a fuel tanker coming right for us. And Whiff was right. It came zooming down the hill. Back away, yelled Hank. Oh no, said Arthur. If the fuel tanker hits these tankers, there's likely to be an explosion. We have to get out of the way, said Whiff, and he backed up into a siding. So did Oliver, and Arthur ducked into a siding as well. But Derek was frozen. He couldn't believe what was about to happen. Oh dear, he said. Derek, get out of the way, yelled Molly. But Derek couldn't move. I don't think I can, he said. The fuel tanker was coming fast. Molly thought quickly and grabbed Derek and pulled the tankers and himself out of the way. The turntable master saw what was happening and he turned the turntable just in time. The fuel tanker rattled across the turntable and past Arthur. Phew, said Arthur, that was a close one. Oh no, it's heading for the sidings. Luckily, a quick-thinking shunter diverted the tanker onto a siding with no trains. It slammed through the yard. Whoa, cried Hector, that was close. And he was right. The fuel tanker gradually decreased speed and ended up falling off into a ditch at the end of the yard. Edward was sleeping at the turntable and didn't even wake up. That was a close one, said Whiff. Too close to call, said Arthur. I don't think I want to do that one again. I don't want to do it either, said Oliver. That's just too scary. This was obviously a setup by somebody, said Molly. The tanker's here, the fuel tanker coming down the track, Somebody must have had this all planned out. Agreed, said Derek. I think we can cross Billy off the list on this one. Agreed, said Whiff. Arthur, what do you suggest we do? Today's meeting at the brown turntable, said Arthur, is done. We must talk to other engines on Sodor to figure out who did this. And the other engines agreed. It was nearing the end of the day, and Spencer was puffing along the line. Oh dear, he thought. Another plan failed. I wonder what Diesel will say of me now. He stopped at the airfield and looked across. There were the Diesel sheds, and they did not look happy. Hi, Diesel, said Spencer sadly. Spencer, said Diesel, you obviously didn't carry out the plan, I see. How'd you know, said Spencer. You've been sitting in the shed for the rest of your life. Not the rest of our lives, said Diesel. We'll come out one day, but the reason I didn't know is because I didn't see a giant mushroom cloud appear above the yard. I guess that's true, said Spencer. Anyway, I'm sorry I didn't carry this one out. I thought I did everything I could to make sure I would carry it out, but I was wrong. Sorry, Diesel. It won't happen again. Huh, said Diesel. The boss will sure hear about this one for sure. The boss, said Spencer. He's on the other railway. You can't contact him. We have our ways, said Frank. Exactly, said Diesel. Frank is right. The boss will hear about this one for sure. Whatever, said Spencer. And I'm done with carrying out your evil deeds. If you want your evil deeds done from now on, you get out of the shed and do them yourself. I'm through with making the engines feel like they're miserable. I thought you enjoyed making the engines feel miserable, said Airy. I do to an extent, said Spencer, but trying to blow up the yard, that's just too far. I knew you weren't cut out for this job, said Diesel. Go away, said Spencer. Go away, said Diesel. We don't need you here. All right, said Spencer. And you know what? I'm not doing any of your evil deeds anymore. You already said that, said Bert. We get the point. We know you're just a giant wuss. I'm not a wuss. I'm trying to stand up for myself, he said. From now on, I'm going to try and be a really useful engine. Huh, said Dennis. Good luck with that. Yeah, Dennis is right, said Diesel. Good luck with that, Spencer. We'll see you back here next week for another plan. No, said Spencer. You won't. I'm off now. Goodbye. And continue sitting in the shed. We will, said the Diesels. We like it here. Whatever, said Spencer. He puffed away. From now on, he said, I'm going to try and be a really useful engine. If that means sitting in the shed, doing nothing, staying out of trouble, then so be it. And with that, Spencer puffed away.